All right, we're going to continue with the throat dissection, and our goal is to get this muscle dissected today, at least on one side. This is the sternomastoid. Now to do that one though, we have to dissect this one, which is Clavo Trapezius. This is the one we want. We're going to dissect this one first. Now to get this started, you must have this dissection completed. Remember, this blood vessel, external jugular, has to be all the way dissected until it disappears under the clavicle. You can see I got my probe under there. So when I pull that to the side, oh, even on camera you can see this. When I pull that aside and separate, okay, oops, hold that like, can you hold that for me? Thanks. When I pull this aside, here's the muscle I want to dissect, here's the one I got to dissect first, and if you look, there's a perfect line right there. That is called a line of demarcation. That's where one muscle ends and the next one starts, and you can see we got this nice gap. Now when I start to dissect this, you're going to see some new techniques, and I'll show you as we go. But I want to get this muscle lifted up and away from this one, but we have to be really careful because right underneath that line, there's one muscle running straight up, and then there's another muscle right next to it coming from the shoulder. So if we elevate our tool and we start digging aggressively, what's going to happen? We're going to tear those, okay? Tell you what, is there another probe? Can you hand me another probe? And don't mind me stabbing that in the neck, it's okay. All right, so I'm going to get under here and I'm going to lift this up. Now when I lift this up, now you can see three lines. Oh, nope, that's all one. I want to get right underneath that edge. I'm going to put the nose of my forceps right there. And I'm only holding so far back on the probe so my hand's not in there. I'm just going to scrape right underneath that line very gently. And that's going to start opening up. Now I'm going to take the round side. And this is called the nose wiggle. Am I getting that correctly? Uh-oh, I think I might be too high. Oh, I was too high. Look out. All right, almost made a mistake there. All right, look, we got three lines here. This line, that one, and this one. That was so close. We want to go over this one. Oh, I got it now. Yep, you can see that on the camera. That is cleidomastoid coming straight up. It's vertical. So I'm going to take the round side of my probe and I'm just going to wiggle over that muscle. See how I'm trapping that? And you can see my probe moving under this one right there. All right, now this technique is called the push down. I'm going to firmly grab the muscle I want with the forceps, and you can see there's connective tissue right there. See how white that is? I'm going to take the nose of my probe and I'm going to push down. And when I do that, these two muscles are separating. This is dissection. And you can see I'm protecting that muscle right there. All right, now watch. I got to separate this muscle from this one. Now I cannot see the line definitively going up here. Here's a good technique, watch. If I pull this tight, you can see these fibers right there, and then these fibers come down and they meet right there. So guess where the line is? Right there. So I'm just going to scrape, watch this. Scrape, move my forceps, scrape. I'm scraping. Look, these muscles are coming apart. I move up and I scrape. How much am I using? A millimeter. I'm going to come up here and scrape. Now if this frays on you a little bit, I am not concerned about it. I'm going to switch to the round nose. This technique is called the push and pull. I made all these up myself. Okay, there's the line right there. That was the back pick. And you can see me switching techniques. Ooh, what's that? That's a nerve. Let's get rid of it. Scissor cut. Boom. Right through that nerve. Okay? Look where it's real white, right here. That's where I'm going to scrape. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Move up. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Moving up. Scrape. Ooh. As soon as it starts to get a little chippy like that, go with the round side. And that was the wiggle. You can see the probe right through that line. There's the line right there. I'm going to do a back pick. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Back pick. Scrape, scrape, scrape. Scrape. Now I should be able to do, oops. I should be able to do a push and pull here. This is a pretty aggressive push and pull. Watch. I'm being aggressive. And I want to take this all the way back to where it hits the mastoid process, right there. Now I have that entire edge freed up. Look at that. All I have to do now, simple dissection. And this isn't even the muscle we want. Watch. I'm just gonna, little baby snips, baby snip, snip, snipping, snip, snip, baby snip, baby snip, baby snip. And if you try to do this with other techniques, you can still do it, just gonna be a little tougher. All right, now I'm going back to my probe. Scrape. Whoa, be careful. There's a muscle right there. Can everybody see that on the camera? I think you can. We want to go over that one. Look at that. If your cat starts to look like pulled pork, you're not doing it right. That's a delicious sandwich, but not a good dissection. You guys see this opening up even faster now? Check it out. Oh, look at that. What technique is that? Push down, push down, push down. All these muscles, push them back down. There's nerves in there. What do we do with nerves? We cut them. You know why? Because they get on my nerves. What? That was funny. Now look how open that is. Look at that. And now you can see the two muscles I was trying to protect right there. Now as a result, and I'm pretty sure you can see this, the edge of the muscle we want, look at it right now. Look at it right here. It's running right there. So all we have to do is now dissect this edge coming towards the throat. Hopefully I can do this backwards. It'd be easier if I was on the other side of the cat. Using the round side. What technique? Push down. Push down. If I can see that muscle, I'm just going to push it down. And we'll dissect it later. Push it down. Push it down. All right, I think I'm going to have to switch my position. Good, you can let that go. Come around. Come here, buddy. I'm just going to reposition this cat. Make sure I stay on the camera. There we go. Now I'm good. All right, you want to have the cat probably under your armpit here like this. Now I'm going to use my scissors. Where these two muscles come under this, there's a ton of connective tissue and some ducts from the salivary glands. So I'm going to lift this up, and I'm going to use my scissors, and I'm going to baby snip this. And then this is called a nose down. Take the scissors, nose them down. Snip, nose down. Snip, nose down. Now notice when I'm closing, I don't know if you guys can see that. I'm just going to scrape. Oops, switch tools. That was going to be bad. Just push and pull, push and pull. Look at all that connective tissue. It's beautiful. Now, a lot of times people are going to stop and they're not going to go all the way up. I need you to come all the way up until you hit the parotid gland, which is right there. Look at my probe moving. Don't poke it through there, though. That'd be weird. So I'm going to snip right there. And you can see that's a line of demarcation. I can see where one muscle ends and the next one starts. Push down. Just cleaning that out. I'm going to close my scissors and use that as a lever. Push that down. Now the only thing I got left to do is I want to come through. You should be able to come right through to the throat here. Oh, I'm going to get in there. Okay. Okay, there we go. I want to be able to come through here. Watch this. Snip, snip. Can everybody see the scissors starting to poke out? You see that? Watch. Boop. And that shows me the other side of the muscle. Now I can come on this side, lift that thing up gently. We want to completely clean underneath this. Separate, right like that. Now these two muscles are going to join together here, so just for now on this side, I'll do a follow-up video when we clean this up later. Now that is completely sternomastoid, completely dissected, all the way to the center line. Don't get any other muscles under there. And that, right there, is how you do it. That one's done. Ready, set, go.